Today, we're going to talk about being a large group leader. The large group experience is a huge part of Kids Church, and the large group leader is responsible for hosting the entire time. Now, this is where we get kids pumped up and jazzed about learning the lesson for that week. So, the first thing you need to know about being a large group leader is to understand your role. The large group leader is responsible for leading the entire large group time. Now, this is not as scary as it sounds because it only includes a worship and a teaching element. So we get the kids pumped up for things like the big idea, the key question, and the memory verse for that week. Now, leading worship usually sounds like the scariest part, but it's really not. We're just modeling a true heart of worship for the kids so they can see it's all about thanking God for what He's done for us. You do not have to have the best voice or even dance moves. So we're really just fun and energizing and leading the kids in this, not memorizing and teaching and dancing the whole time. The next thing you need to know is that it will require weekly prep work. So you're going to go and you're going to find your lesson, which will include the script, the slides, and the video, and all the music that you need for that week. To find this, you're going to go to pursueGOD.org. Here you will scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on the Schedule tab. This will bring you to a page with the dates of each Sunday in a month. Simply click on the date you will be serving and click on the kids' lesson for that week. This will bring you to the lesson post. Scroll to the bottom of the page to Leader Downloads, where you will find the script and slides for that week's lesson. Hopefully this information will help you to prepare for that week. It's really good to know where the lesson is going before you stand up in front of a bunch of kids. Even though they are kids, it can seem nerve-wracking if you're not prepared. But if you look at all the material for the lesson that week, you'll feel confident in leading them. The next thing we want to do is lead you through the key elements of the large group script. The first is the welcome section. This is where you set the tone for the day and get the kids really excited about the lesson. It's also a good place to make announcements, maybe church specific or even kids church specific. So for instance, if you're doing Bible bucks, here is a good time to talk about ways to earn them and when kids can exchange them for prizes. So make sure to talk to your kids church director about what announcements need to be made that week. The next is the intro to the lesson. Here's where you'll present the big idea and the key question that will be answered at the end of the large group time. You'll also bring up the memory verse, which the whole lesson is built around. We also have the Bible lesson on video. This is where the kids learn the lesson from the Bible for that week. It's usually about 3 to 4 minutes long and is meant to be fun and engaging. We also have a worship element, which is done a little different at each church, so be sure to talk to your kids' church director to figure out how you do it. Next, we have the lesson recap questions. There are usually about 4 questions at the end of the video to help them understand the key points of the lesson. Last, you're going to pray and dismiss them into their small groups. This is where we wrap up the large group time and send them with their classes so that they continue to talk about the lesson. The last thing you need to know as a large group leader is how media is used in your lesson. Now, pursueGOD.org uses a tablet to go through their lesson, but not every church does it this way. So be sure to talk to your kids' church director about what media you use. If you do use a tablet, it's really simple. Your kids' church director will have all the slides loaded for you before you arrive. You simply swipe through them to follow along with the lesson, which will also help so you don't leave anything out and you can become fun and engaging for the kids. So be sure to talk to your kids' church director to learn how to use it before you get started. And that's all you need to know to be an effective large group leader.